Hey, let's fire it up. Hey, what's up, weirdos? It's Mark Splude. And this is episode 104 of the Spludecast. My guest this week, no goddamn guest this week. Flying solo. Had some technical difficulties with my intended guest this week. You know, I was episode 104 was supposed to be with Matt Keenan. You know, Keenan and Sam are leaving town. Had Sam on a couple episodes ago. Couldn't get them both on at the same time, unfortunately. And, you know, wanted Matt on the podcast, and we set it up. He came over Monday night. It's Wednesday as I record this. He came over Monday night, and we sat down and had a good chat for over 2 hours. It was all squared away. Had it done. It was in the books. All I had to do was an intro, and the podcast for this week was done. But, you know, it didn't fucking really work out that way. Here's what happened. I had Matt over. We had a great chat. You know, had a good time. Just shot the shit for a couple hours. But after he left, you know, I just had it up on my screen. Now, normally what I do is, even before the guest leaves, you know, I save the podcast and then I export it as an MP3 and, you know, get it ready to, you know, tack my intro on there and get it up, you know, on the fucking internets. But what happened is Matt left pretty quickly and I still had the, you know, the recording up on the screen. I had not saved it by this point. And I said, well, I'll walk Matt to the door. You know, I'll come back in, save it, export it, all that fucking bullshit. You know, it's, I mean, I do this pretty often. It's not my first fucking rodeo. Oh, God, I got to stop screaming, man. I'm losing my fucking voice. Yeah, so I walked Matt to the door. Sorry, I'm just trying to fucking look something up here. I walked Matt to the door. Said our goodbyes, you know, probably the last time I'm going to see Matt until he comes back here for a fucking visit because he is moving to Toronto in just a few days. So anyway, walked him to the door, said our goodbyes and all this shit, and got distracted right away. My boy called me from downstairs. He wanted me to come down and show me something. I did. I came back up, started hanging with the wife. Totally forgot all about saving this podcast. And what the fuck is ringing right now? Anyway, I totally forgot to save the podcast, didn't export it, came into the podcast room once I realized what I had done. Laptop was not plugged in. It fucking died. And I lost the whole goddamn thing. I had wifey in here last night, trying to save it, trying to, find it fucking somewhere. Nowhere to be found. That whole 2-hour podcast, completely fucking gone. And I was a little distraught about it, but then I thought, well, here we go. There's a little silver lining because I just, last week I was in Peterborough, got back on Sunday, left here Wednesday, went to Peterborough for 5 days, came back on Sunday. While I was up there, Kirk and I got together quite a bit while I was up there. My brother, Kirk Scott. If you're not familiar with Kirk Scott, go back and listen to episode 41 of the Spludecast. It's a damn good time. Kirk and I recorded a podcast in 2016 when he came down to not only watch, but also perform on my Chuckles headlining set on the Friday night. Anyway, while he was down, we recorded that podcast. So anyway, while I was out there, we got together quite a bit. We sat down at one point, didn't really sit down. We were fucking partying, and I decided to fire up the fucking podcast. And I thought to myself, after the whole Matt Keenan deal fell through, I said, well, I got about, probably 30 useful fucking minutes on a podcast with Kirk Scott. So I opened up the Zoom and I took the fucking memory card up, put it on my computer. I start listening to it, and it is so fucking distorted. It sounds like the two of us are fucking screaming into the microphones. None of it was fucking usable. And here I am. Right? I mean, a podcast has got to go out. Tomorrow's Thursday, and something's got to happen. Episode 104 must be released. And so here we are. Episode 104. You got just me once again. Big apologies to Matt Keenan, man. That's, I probably feel worse than you do about it. It fucking sucks. Sometimes fucking shit happens. I'd fucking go out and spend $1,000 on fucking podcast gear, and I can't even record a fucking podcast. Oh, man, I am fucking frustrated right now. I'm frustrated about that podcast. Well, you know what? Let's get right into it, okay? Let's get into what's been going on with me lately. Jesus Christ, man. I'm in a weird fucking spot right now. This has never happened to me. Not for as long as I can fucking remember. I am feeling super uninspired. I didn't feel super inspired when I was talking to Matt on Monday night. I've been in this little fucking funk, man, for a few days, and I recorded the Scrapcast with Matt Connell last night. Screamed at him for 2 hours, fighting and fucking arguing, picking fights left, right, and center. It's why I can't talk today, for Christ's sakes. I don't know, man. I'm in a funk. I think I'm pretty confident it's this fucking heat. I went away to Peterborough, came back, and it's no change in the weather. Same goddamn fucking heat wave that's been going on here since the last week of June. This is the end of August. I was going to yell and scream, but I can't do that, man. I am fucking sick of this weather. I'm fucking sick of it, I need the fall to happen, man. I need the weather to turn around and get chilly so I can put on a sweater, go out and fucking shoot something to death and eat it, I've had it with this fucking summer, man. It has not been a good summer because it's been nothing but hot. There's been no reprieve from this fucking heat, and it's got me in a goddamn funk. And it's a kind of bad timing for me to be in a funk. I've been away from comedy for 5 months. I'm about to make my big triumphant return. September 7th. I mean, what's the date today? The 29th, the 30th of August? I don't fucking know, man. All I know is it's Wednesday today, and in exactly 9 fucking days, I'm going to be stepping on a stage at O'Leary's, and I got to have 30 brand new fucking minutes in 9 days. And I got to tell you, I'm not fucking feeling it, man. I'm not even feeling inspired enough to do fucking podcasts, let alone write and perform fucking comedy. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. What I'm hoping as this little conversation you and I are having, well, it's kind of a one-way deal, isn't it? I'm hoping this is going to snap me out of my funk, inspire me a little fucking bit, because I really, really need to get my ass in gear and start thinking about what I'm going to be doing up on that stage. I mean, listen, I've been away a long time, and I know it's not, I'm not going to step right into where I was. I was, my act was fucking sharp when I shut her down back in April. And, being away from the stage that long, it's going to affect me for sure. So I got to make sure. I know the performance is going to be, it's going to take me a little while. Luckily, I got 30 minutes on my first show. So I'm going to be able to stretch out a little. I'm sure by, after the first 5 minutes, I'm going to settle in and it'll be just like I was never away. But that first 5 minutes, I'm sure, is going to be strange. I'm not going to be used to being on stage. I'm not going to be used to telling fucking jokes and everything that goes along with that. I'm sure I'm going to be a little more nervous than I was, when I left in April. So anyway, it's just a bad fucking time to not be inspired. But, make no mistake about it. I'm going to show up on the 7th with 30 new fucking minutes. And I'm going to do my best to smash that fucking room to bits. And we'll see what happens. I got to get writing, man. I really do, because I guess word got out that I'm coming back, to some bookers. And, man, I'm fucking booked all over the fucking place. I got a booking today for Hell's Basement on September 15th. I'm back at Chuckles at the end of September. I'm not sure the dates. I think it's maybe the 28th and 29th. Julie reached out and booked me for that. I'm booked in St. Stephen in October. I mean, the bookings are they're coming fast and furious. And I'm sitting here with my dick in my fucking hand and absolutely no brand new material. And these dates are fucking creeping up, and they're creeping up real fucking quick. So I got to get inspired, man. I got to find a way. I got to find a way to push through it. I've been up against this before. Right when I wrote on the radio for the Spawn of St. John, the little comedy segment I did there for a year and a half, there were a lot of, I always sat down on Tuesday to write those bits, and, we performed them on Thursday. But there were many a Tuesday where I sat down to write, these comedy bits for the radio where I was not feeling inspired. I was not feeling fucking creative, and it was a painful process to get through those, when those happened. So I already do have a lot of experience of pushing through and forcing myself to be creative when I'm not actually feeling creative. It's just harder to do, What I'm hoping is that, I'm going to set aside some time starting tomorrow night. I'm going to set aside some time to actually work on comedy, bring up all my fucking notes that I've been, jotting down, over the past 4 or 5 months. And try to string something together. What I'm hoping is when I sit down and open up all those notes, the notes will give me a chuckle and inspire me, and I'll be off to the fucking races. Either way, I'll be there at O'Leary's September 7th, man. You wanna see it? Just show up September 7th at O'Leary's. I know the turnouts are usually pretty weak there. I'm hoping for a better one for my return. Anybody lives in this area, St. John, New Brunswick, or surrounding areas, get your ass out. Get down there and see what this brand new fucking material is going to look like. I'm going to do my goddamn best to have, some killer fucking material for that date. So get down there and see me. Buy tickets for Chuckles. If you're in Moncton, buy tickets for the Hell's Basement. If you are in St. Stephen, you fucking well bet. Listen, this is for all my listeners in Charlotte County. I'm fucking coming back. All right? So you better start buying tickets. You go down to the People's Pub. You talk to Eric. Get yourself some tickets. October 19th. October 19th is when I'm returning to St. Stephen. 2 days after cannabis goes legal here in this country. We're going to fucking party like it's Charlotte County. It's been far too fucking long since I performed in that part of this province. I can't fucking wait to go back there. Really looking forward to that. And big shout out to Brian Godso and Eric for setting that deal back up again. Really looking forward to that. Take your opportunity, get your ass out to fucking see me. And for, all my listeners, which is most of my listeners in California, I don't know what to tell you. Save up, buy a plane ticket. That's, I might do. I've been thinking about, depending on how well the writing goes, I've been thinking about filming my return set at O'Leary's and just fucking posting it, man. Just put it on YouTube. The reason I'm thinking of doing that is because I don't want to be held to just that fucking 30 minutes when I come back. I want to challenge myself and write as much new material in 2018. I mean, I probably at the start of the year, between January and April, I probably wrote at least 30 minutes, if not 40. So I'm hoping to get, at least, I don't know. I want to end this year with more than a fucking hour of new material, and then you fucking whittle that shit down, right? And so that's a goal. I might put it up on YouTube just to keep myself honest, Once you got it up there, it's not like you can repeat it a whole fucking bunch because people have seen it, right? You know the deal. I don't have to explain this to you, right? Anyway, so really what's been going on with me lately is I'm in this fucking funk. I've got these dates, these booked fucking gigs breathing down my neck, and I got to do something to pull it out. You know what I'm really hoping for? I hope I wake up tomorrow and it's fucking 10 degrees cooler in this province. How sweet would that be? But it's not. It's forecasted to be another fucking hot as balls day tomorrow. Fucking sick of it. I really am. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. What's here right now is episode 104 of the Spludecast. Fucking solo. Driver into you. Yeah.
Goddamn, why they criticize me? Now shit is on the rise, so my family despise me. Fuck them and feed them, cause I don't need them. I won't join them if I can beat them. They don't understand my logic. I got to my money and I'm hooked on chronic. I never wanted to hurt a nigga unless it come flexing that trigger. I dig ya. That grave on the east side of town, and you're 6 feet underground. From man to the dust to the ashes, all I remember, tell me what the cash is. Click, clack, barrel at my dome. Give all your loot or you ain't going home. But I ain't going out with a bang. Wa-da-da-dang, wa-da-da-da-dang. I'm having illusions, all this confusion driving me mad inside. I'm having illusions, all this confusion fucking me up in my mind. I'm having illusions, all this confusion driving me mad inside.
Aria.
I'm having illusions, all this confusion fucking me up in my mind. Motherfuckers be driving me up the walls.
Motherfuckers have been driving me up the wall. I was driving home today, staring down the barrel of a solo podcast. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to talk about. I talked about this last week, man. I don't need something to fucking talk about. You just turn the mic on and I can go. No big deal. But I kind of wanted to have some sort of fucking structure, And I was thinking, what the hell can I talk about, man? And as I was thinking about what I was going to talk about here in the body of this podcast, I found myself in the fast lane. That's the left lane, in case, there's any fucking idiots out there listening. The left lane on the highway is for people who want to exceed the fucking speed limit and get to their destination a little fucking faster than normal. And that describes me all the time, every fucking day. So, of course, I'm in the left lane and no one understands this fucking rule anymore, right? They need to start teaching this fucking shit in elementary school. Anyway, as is usually the fucking case when I'm on this goddamn highway, the Mackay Highway in New Brunswick, I find myself behind somebody who doesn't understand how the left lane fucking works. I mean, this is every day when I fucking drive home. I'm sitting behind this fucking idiot, not even doing the 110 kilometer per hour speed limit, never mind exceeding it. They're not even fucking meeting it. And it got me thinking about exactly what I'm going to talk about on this fucking podcast, which is how much I hate the fucking world right now. Jesus Christ, I hate the fucking world I'm involved in. Let's fucking fire it up right away. Louis, right? Louis C.K., he's back. He did a fucking set at the Comedy Cellar, and what happens? It's big fucking breaking news, right? Comedian does comedy. Breaking news. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, how else do you expect this guy to make a fucking living? And what happened? You know, anybody who had anything to fucking, nobody said anything fucking positive about it. Not that I fucking heard. Everybody, you know what everybody said? Oh, I think he's coming back too soon. Oh, I think he should have waited long. Too soon for fucking what? The man was never, convicted of a fucking crime. He was never accused of any criminal activity. There's no fucking cops involved. Okay? This is fucking, you know, and these events he was accused of happened fucking years ago. You know, and now all of a sudden the fucking Me Too movement and everyone wants to fucking fit in with the mob mentality and go, well, Louis was fucking weird around me once. Yeah, was he? Well, have you ever seen him on fucking stage? He's a weird fucking guy. What do you expect he's going to be like in real life? Are you not paying attention? I mean, yes, it is fucking creepy, and he shouldn't have been doing it, okay? He's already paid that fucking price. He's had shows canceled. He's lost a lot of goddamn fucking money, and you got your 15 seconds of fucking fame, and you got to use your own fucking hashtag Me Too. Congratulations to you, but here's the thing, okay? The world cares a lot fucking more about what Louis has to say when he's got a microphone in his hand than you do when you're whining and fucking crying you had to see his pecker or he asked you a fucking question, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, so he goes back and, oh, it's too soon. How long did you want him to fucking suffer? Like, what does it take? I mean, that's all people want on fucking Twitter now is to ruin people's lives and see them go down in fucking flames. And for what? For fucking what? I mean, I don't get it. I think if Louis came out and said, yeah, that's, you know, I did some fucked up shit. Maybe I need to go to a little bit of counseling. I'll see you in 3 months. I mean, that would have been enough, right? In my mind. I don't know. You know, I'll get shit on too. Oh, you don't take it serious and whatever else. You know, man, listen, it's not, they tried to fucking lock Louis in with all the other fucking monsters like Weinstein. I mean, that guy's a Weinstein. I don't even know his name. He's a fucking idiot monster. I mean, I got things to say about that too, right? I mean, if you're showing up in his fucking hotel room at 4 o'clock in the fucking morning, I mean, what else are you expecting? Right? And I mean, you know who the fucking guy is, and you want something from him, you know? It doesn't mean that he's not a piece of shit for fucking taking advantage of it. But anyway, I'm not going to get fucking deep on that. But everyone wants to lump Louis in with Cosby, and I mean, it's just not fair, man. I mean, what Cosby was doing compared to what Louis was doing, it's fucking night and day, man. You can't even fucking compare those two things. Leave Louis alone, all right? He's one of the funniest motherfuckers on this planet, and we need to hear what he has to fucking say, all right? He's paid his fucking toll. Leave him alone. Anyway, I for one, am glad to see that Louis is back doing comedy. I hope he comes out in 2019 and does a special. I hope he talks about, what went down a little bit on a special. I suspect he will. That's kind of what I predicted in the beginning, that, you know, maybe we'll see him in a year or two, and he's probably going to do material based on these allegations or whatever. We'll see. I'm just glad that he's fucking back. And to the rest of the world, go fuck yourself. Yeah, he's back. Deal with it. All right? Boy, we're getting off to a friendly start here, aren't we? I'm going to do a podcast about everything that I hate. I am sorry to fucking make you people suffer through this. And I'd also like to extend an apology to any fans of the Scrapcast that are out there listening. I'm sorry for that podcast we put out last night. I was feeling a little too hyper fucking contentious. I don't know. I've been out of fucking sorts. I owe Matt an apology. Probably not because he enjoyed himself. He likes to argue. But, apologies to my fans. I'm not sure I should have put that out. That was a little fucking over the top. Anyway, yeah, I'm out of fucking sorts, man. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I got dragged back to fucking Peterborough for 5 days. Man, the family had a great fucking trip in Peterborough. It was a good time. We flew out there on Wednesday, flew back on Sunday. I got to see Kirky Poo. I got to see my brother. Now, Kirk is not, my biological brother, but Kirk Scott is my real fucking brother, man. Anytime I've needed anything and I've reached out to Kirk, he's been right fucking there, and vice versa. And I'd take a bullet for Kirk, and I know he wouldn't even fucking think twice. He'd take one for me. That's what you call your fucking brother. And man, Thursday, once Kirk got off work, he's a master plumber, taught me just about everything I know about plumbing, which is, quite a bit. Once he got off work, I went over to his house immediately. We started fucking cracking beer. I don't know how many beer we put down. It was fucking well over 50. We drank from 4 p.m. to 5 a.m. Dan Hockaday made an appearance. I got to meet Dan. What a great fucking guy. This guy's like a national boxing champion, amateur fighter. Had, somewhere close to 150 fights. So he and I had all kinds of shit to talk about. And what a great guy. Now, here's a cool thing. Dan Hockaday happens to be a native. Is it native now? Can you use that word anymore? Is it aboriginal, indigenous, super original? I don't know what the fuck. I'm using native. All right. Dan's an Indian. Okay. And his tribe is fixing to get a bunch of reparation money here coming up in October. And Dan's going to use part of that money. And he and Kirk are going to come down here in November. We're going to do a bit of a comedy show, get fucking Kirk back on stage. It's been a long time. He hasn't performed since that show I was talking about in the intro back in 2016 at Chuckles. I can't fucking wait. I'm so pumped those guys are coming down here. We're going to book a comedy show. It's going to be in November, so they're getting down here on the hunt, too. We're going to go out in the woods and blow something's fucking head off. And we're going to have a goddamn good time. But it was a damn good time there Thursday in Peterborough, hanging out with Kirk and Dan. Man, I think I'm still fucking hungover. Jesus Christ, I haven't drank like that in an awfully long time. Jesus, I was hungover on Friday. Yeah, here's a fucking shitty thing, man. On Friday, once, I maybe got fucking 3 hours of sleep. And afterwards, once wife picked me up from Kirky Poo's place, because I slept on the couch in his garage for as much fucking sleep as I got. Grabbed my son and his girlfriend. She came on this trip and took them to Wild Water and Wheels, man. This is a place where I used to take my son, from the time he was maybe 4 or 5 years old, right up until we moved there and away from there in 2011. We went to this Wild Water and Wheels all the time. They got go-karts, they got a roller coaster, batting cages, mini golf, water slides, like the bumper boats, the whole fucking deal. And yeah, we all went there and rode the go-karts and just had a damn good fucking time. Kirk met us there once we were done, and we all headed out to this place called the Mississauga Dam. Now, this Mississauga Dam, coolest fucking place, man. It's about an hour outside of Peterborough. And it's just, there's this big lake, there's this big fucking dam, and water, flows through the fucking dam, in a controlled area. And where it does, it's made this, deep fucking hole through the rock from all the years of the water pounding through her. And we get up on top of the dam and jump in there, and it's just a fun fucking thing to do. You got to wear a life jacket because the fucking current will hold you right under. Usually under for about 20 or 30 seconds. Terrifying because you think you're never going to come up. And just when you think you're finally going to fucking die, the river pops you up and just shoots you down river lazily. And you swim over to the shore and you jump back up on top of the dam and do it all over again. My son Chaos has been doing that since he was 4 years old. Put a life vest on him and just fucking chuck him in there. Just loved it, man. So that was something, I really wanted to fucking do when I was there. So we did. Kirk and Lacey and myself and Jamie and Chaos and Maddie, we all went out there on Friday. We get out to the dam and man, it's the end of a fucking era. It's all over there. Everything is fucking changed. You can't jump off there anymore. I mean, it was illegal to jump off there before, but now the only reason you can't is because there's not enough water flowing through there. The whole river, you can see the bottom. It's so shallow. The fucking Mississauga Dam dream is over. And that was quite depressing. Now, once we realized that, Kirk said, I got another fucking spot in mind. And we drove, a few minutes down the road. We found another spot on the fucking river with some rapids. And, we had a good fucking time there. But, yeah, end of an era, man. Mississauga Dam is all over and quite depressing. Maybe that's why I'm in a funk. I didn't get to jump off the dam. I was really looking forward to that. Anyway, man, it was a good trip. Obviously the highlight for me was hanging out with my brother Kirk. It was great to see the in-laws. Mother-in-law booked a lift lock boat tour for us on Saturday. Saturday? Yeah, Saturday morning. And, I think I was dreading it. I think my son and his girlfriend were dreading it. I mean, it was kind of a touristy thing to do in Peterborough. And I lived there for 10 years. But turned out, man, it was actually a really fucking great tour, and the lift locks are really fucking cool there. There's one in Peterborough, this giant hydraulic fucking lift lock, and what it does is if there's water systems obviously all through Ontario, and this one river, we went up the river, and the rest of the river is way on top of the fucking hill. So what you do is you pull your fucking boat into this lift lock. This gate goes up, it floods the whole deal with water, and fucking raises you up to, the river up on top of the fucking hill. It's pretty fucking cool, man. And like I said, I'd never been up that lift lock before as long as I lived there. So, yeah, it was a fucking good boat tour. I had a good time in Peterborough. I'll tell you what I didn't have in Peterborough is I did not have one good meal. Oh, you know what? No, that's not true. That's not true. When we first arrived on Wednesday, on the way to Peterborough, we stopped at the Mandarin. And that's like a buffet house out there, pretty fancy. And, man, this buffet has fucking everything. Like, you name it, this buffet has it except for lobster, which is kind of depressing. But, I mean, from pizza to pork chops to Chinese food, fucking all the seafood, desserts, fruit, like, you fucking name it, man. This place has got everything. It's that was a damn good meal. I didn't eat too much. I didn't come off the plane real hungry. Anyway, that meal, and on Saturday night, my father-in-law, Stanley, cooked up a steak dinner with some potatoes and shit like that, and that was fucking tremendous. Now, other than that, all of the restaurants that I ate at were fucking dog shit. They were I'm telling you, not only could I not get a fucking good meal in Peterborough, I couldn't even get a fucking Pepsi in this place. I ordered 3 Pepsis at 3 different fucking restaurants there in Peterborough. Every single fucking one of them were flat. And I'll tell you what else. Not only were they flat, they didn't give you a straw. Do you know why they didn't give you a straw? Because Peterborough is doing away with the straws. They're outlawing the straws. It's too much of a waste of plastic. I don't know what in the fuck these people are talking about. The whole world is made out of plastic. And what, we're going to save the world by eliminating straws? The fuck are we talking about here? One of the things I was really looking forward to doing there is going to Wild Wing. Ontario has this franchise called Wild Wing. It's not Buffalo Wild Wing. They have them there too. This is just a separate franchise. It's just called Wild Wing. And one of our favorite restaurants, man. Tremendous fucking wings. Here's the problem. In the 7 years we've been away, quality at this restaurant has gone way fucking down. And I mean way down. The wings were decent. The one thing I do like about that food in Ontario, especially the wing houses, particularly Wild Wing, is they offer you, do you want all flats? Do you want a mix? Do you want all drumsticks? And see, I'm the kind of guy, I don't eat that fucking drumstick shit when I eat fucking wings, okay? Those are not wings. I don't know what fucking part of the chicken that is. Okay? But, I mean, you'd have to be a pretty fucked up bird to use those drumsticks to fly away anywhere. I'd like to see the fucking wings on something that flies with those goddamn fucking wing knuckles. I don't like eating that shit. I don't understand those fucking drumsticks, man. You give me a flat, I understand what's going on. There's a 2-part fucking bone in there, and it's fucking meat and skin all around it. I bite into one of those drumsticks. I don't know what I'm biting into. You bite into this piece, but it doesn't rip off. This piece rips off. There's always that weird piece with the hard fucking gelatin end on it that just makes me fucking gag every time. I hate the drumstick fucking wings. And anytime here in New Brunswick I go out and get wings, I'll ask for flats, and you'd think I was asking to fuck the waitress's mother, right? Like, hey, can I get all flats? Oh, we don't do that. Oh, they come pre-packaged. Oh, we can't do it. If we do that for you, we'd run out of, just there's always a fucking story why you can't get exactly what you want when you go out and pay someone fucking money to get something that they have. But I do like that about Wild Wing. It was no fucking drama, and I ordered myself some, they have like 83 fucking flavors of wings at this place. I think it is exactly 83. And I always order home on the ranch, they're called. And it's just Frank's extra hot sauce and ranch all mixed up and tossed. And the wings were delicious. The quality was a little bit low, but I'm glad I did go. And yeah, that was a, probably a C+ fucking meal that I had out there, which was a lot better than Chicken Jack's Fish and Chips. Here we go with a fucking review. We go to this place is called Chicken Jack's Fish and Chips. Like, make up your fucking mind, bud. Are you known for the fish? Are you known for the chicken? You can't have it both fucking ways. So when we get there, my father-in-law's going to order the fish, and I figure, well, all right, you take the fish. It's not called fucking Fish Jack's Chicken House, right? His name is Chicken Jack. And I think his name is Chicken Jack, and I'll tell you why. I think his name is Chicken Jack because he's a fucking coward. I don't think it has anything to do with him being good at making chicken. All right? I just think he's, I don't think he likes to fight. So I order a hot chicken sandwich, and I'm looking at this menu. Now, here's one fucked up thing that I've always hated about Peterborough. Anytime I've gone out to get a hot turkey sandwich or a hot chicken sandwich, every fucking single time the restaurant will give you the hot turkey, give you the hot chicken, but they use beef gravy on it. Which, come on, man, that's some fucking bullshit. If I'm eating turkey, I want turkey gravy. Chicken gravy. You get the fucking idea, right? But specifically in this menu, it said served with chicken gravy. It was very fucking specific. So I said, you know what? I'll take the hot chicken sandwich, give me some fries on the side of that sandwich, and cover the fries with the fucking gravy. I'm all set, and I'll take a Pepsi. Of course, the Pepsi was flat. I didn't even ask for another glass, just sent it back. I'm good with water. No straws, of course. So, it's fucking straw business. Honestly, like, what the fuck is wrong with this world we're living in? Seriously. So anyway, I ordered this fucking chicken sandwich. And now here's another reason to hate the fucking... I don't know what the fuck is going on with people, man. I really don't. I don't know if people are trying to eat themselves to fucking death or they like the way they look when they're over 300 fucking pounds. I don't fucking get it, man. This world has got to get this... I shouldn't even say this world because it really is just North America. We got to get this fucking obesity problem... we got to get it under control. I go back to this fucking cruise we took on the river, right? This lady's here, and she's got her son. This lady is probably, 375 fucking pounds, and she's there with her son. He's about 8-9 years old. He already looks like a great big giant fat fucking 35-year-old. His fucking face is all squinched up. His elbows are all fucking puckered. He's just, he looks like he's about to fucking explode, and it's 10 o'clock in the morning, and she's feeding him a fucking full-size can of Pepsi. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, this poor kid has no chance. Right? Mom's shoveling in the fucking garbage and shoveling it right into him too. It's just, it should be considered fucking child abuse in my mind. Okay? So anyway, I'm sitting down waiting for my big fancy, hot chicken sandwich. I look over the table across from me and here's this fucking just behemoth of a fucking woman. Like she's just gigantic and she's the loudest person in the fucking place. That kind of chick, right? And... After I ordered mine, they brought her while I'm waiting for mine, they bring her food over. I'm not even fucking kidding you. This plate had to be at least 1.5 foot fucking stacked high with food. Just a giant portion of French fries. 3 humongous pieces of battered fucking fish on top of the fries. And I thought to myself, okay, this is a big girl. She's a big girl, but there's no fucking way she gets through this whole fucking meal. And even if she does, I'll probably be done my meal, paid the fucking bill, and out the door before she has a chance to finish it. It's a lot of fucking food, right? So I keep glancing up. I look up. The first time I look up over at this girl, she's got 1.5 pieces of the fish already fucking gone. She's got so much tartar sauce all over her fucking face. She looked like she just came from a porn set, And she had that fucking meal inhaled before I even fucking saw my meal, right? Guys, can we put the fucking forks down a little bit? We don't need that much fucking food all the time. You know, we got to get this problem under control, because all it's going to do is put a huge strain on the health industry here in this fucking country, right? It's bad enough as it is, right? Medicare is great, but there's not enough doctors, right? We don't need these people eating themselves to death and becoming a burden on the health system here. Never mind the fact that you're going to die early. You ever see, do you see any 80-year-old people that are fucking over 300 pounds? You don't. They fucking die early, right? I don't know, maybe it's a good thing. You know what? It is a good thing, right? Keep fucking eating. You'll die sooner and I'll be happy. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, don't you have any self-respect, right? I mean, maybe you can avoid a mirror, right? Sure. You see a mirror, right? You go around the fucking corner, you avoid the mirrors. But you got to shower at some point, right? You got to look down and wash this fucking body that you've stretched out way out of fucking proportion to what it's supposed to be. I have a thyroid problem. Yeah, you know what the problem is, honey? Your thyroid loves Big Macs way too fucking much, right? And you keep giving in to them. You're enabling your fucking Big Mac loving, fat making thyroid. Fucking thyroid problem. I love that excuse. Anyway, have I attacked fat people enough? Let's see. Let's have a look at my list. Yeah, hot as fuck. Yeah. No, anyway, that's all I have to say. Man, I just, I had a fucking tough time getting a good meal there in Peterborough. Had a real hard time finding any fucking cannabis in that city. You know, I typed into Google. Here's the thing, man. I have a cannabis prescription, right? It's legal. It's actually legal for me to fly within this country. It's legal for me to fly with my medication, right? I can have as much cannabis as I want, up to, I think it's up to 150 grams, something like that. I can carry a lot of fucking weed with me. But I don't want that drama. I don't need that attention and all that fucking bullshit that I'd have to go through at the airport, because they're not just going to let you skate, right? They're going to pull you aside and have something to fucking say about it. I just wanted to avoid all of that together. So, all together. Sorry, I had to look at that text. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about here now? I had to avoid that altogether. I don't know what the hell I was talking about. All right, well, here's the thing. I don't know what the fuck I was talking about. So I hit pause. I'm like, oh, it'll just come back to me. I have no fucking idea. Send me an email. Let me know what I was talking about and if it was interesting enough to carry on with it. Who knows? I had to avoid something altogether, and I don't know what the hell it was. Anyway, I seriously think this heat is frying my fucking brain. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to go to Peterborough, because one of the reasons I left Peterborough, one of the main reasons, is the fucking humidity there in the summertime. I mean, it just gets stupidly fucking hot. And that's what I thought I was flying into. Well, I imagine my fucking surprise when my first night there, I got to break out a fucking sweater. I got to put a fucking hoodie on just to stay warm. Man, it was, not cool during the day, but it wasn't fucking hot, and there was a nice breeze going. It was just, for me, it was perfect fucking weather in Peterborough. And then I fly back here right into this heat wave. Oh, you talk about fucking angry. Oh, man, was I angry. I'll tell you what else made me fucking angry. I try to avoid the fucking internet as much as possible. Okay, I do. But sometimes I'll go on MMA.tv, otherwise known as the Underground. I fuck around on those forums quite a bit, usually just in the MMA forums, but they also have a forum on there called the Other Ground, where it's, everybody from that MMA community, but they're talking about, any other subject. So I clicked on this fucking story. And this story is about this NASCAR driver. And the story was about how this one particular sponsor, has stopped sponsoring this one NASCAR driver. Because get this. So this NASCAR driver is 26 years old, right? So what does that put him? When was he born? Like sometime in the 90s, right? So here's why the sponsor left him. This guy's 26 years old, okay? This guy's dad, back in 1984, long before this guy was even fucking born, okay? In 1984, his dad was on a radio station, and he referred to black people as Negroes. Now, he came there fresh from fucking Ireland, and he claimed at the time, someone smartened him up afterwards, after the fucking radio show. They say, hey, you can't fucking refer to black people as Negroes here. It's not accepted, you know? And he was so mortified, and he apologized and never used the fucking word there again. Apparently in Ireland, that's what they call them, right? They're the Negroes. I don't see what's wrong with that, but then again, I'm not a black person, so and I'm white. I could be you can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. But anyway, listen, now I'm not saying I don't understand the whole fucking N-word thing and how that would upset them. I get that, but Negroes, I don't know. But anyway, so this guy loses a sponsor because in 1984, and keep in mind, it was a different fucking world then, first of all, okay? He wasn't even fucking born then, and his dad said something in 1984 that affected this fucking guy in 2018. Guys, it's getting fucking ridiculous, okay? This fucking mob mentality, and we got to attack people and go into the fucking past and see what they tweeted 10 years ago so we can fucking wreck them. This shit needs to fucking stop. It needs to stop. I mean, can't we just live our own fucking lives, mind our own goddamn business, take things in context, right? Can we take them in context? This brings me around to my last fucking point here. I'm not going to keep you guys here all fucking day, all right? This is my last point that I'm going to make. John A. Macdonald. John A. Macdonald founded this fucking country of Canada, okay? He was our prime minister, and he's the reason that we have this fucking country. And now everyone's going around taking his name off of fucking schools, taking his name off of roads, taking his fucking statues down from city halls. He's got a bad rep because back in those days, in 1860 something, he did something. He signed this fucking treaty that essentially, caused a lot of natives here to die. He basically declared war on the native peoples here of Canada, and that's why they want to fucking tear them down. Listen, I hate to fucking tell you, you can take down all of the statues. You can take his name off all the schools and all the fucking streets. You will never, ever rewrite fucking history. Okay? You know what the problem is nowadays, man? We got it too fucking easy. Right? We got it too easy. I'd like to ship anybody who wants to take his fucking statue down, ship them back to the fucking days where he was living and what the people had to fucking go through. I guarantee you those people in the 18 fucking 60s or whenever it was, I bet you those people were far too fucking busy just surviving to worry about what their fucking neighbor was doing, what some guy across the other side of the fucking world is doing. They had too much shit to do, and it was called survival. What am I going to eat tomorrow? What am I going to eat today? Where am I going to live? What's going to happen? Are these native Canadians, are they going to fucking kill me? Are they going to scalp me? They had a lot more to fucking worry about. We are too goddamn fucking soft as a society, and it's turning us into a bunch of fucking pussies. It's ridiculous. You can't change history. Okay? The things that needed to be done back then needed to be fucking done for you to make it to this very point in time where you have this fucking cell phone that you can use to just lead the fucking mob in whichever direction you want to fucking go. People, please think for yourself and do the research. Yes, he made some fucking bad decisions. Okay? But he made those decisions at a time where those decisions made sense. This guy, John A. Macdonald, was well above his fucking time. You know what these people who are tearing the statue down, you know what they don't fucking talk about? They don't talk about in 1860 when he was fighting not just for the Indians to also have a fucking vote in this country, but also women. I'm talking about 1860s. John A. Macdonald is saying we need the women to come out and vote. We need the natives to come out and fucking vote. We have to do that. They're part of this fucking country. Right? In the 1800s. And they don't fucking mention that. They just cherry pick the fucking rotten shit he did. And they never fucking talk about the fucking great he did for this country. Okay? We owe everything that we have in this country right now to John A. Macdonald. Leave his goddamn statue alone. Stop. people look at a guy like John A. MacDonald, and they're living in a world in 2018, and they go, well, that's not right that he thought that way. Of course, it isn't right that he fucking thought that way. But guess what, sweetheart? Everybody thought that fucking way back fucking then. Do you know what I mean? There's just no context, right? People just say, nope, he's terrible, and we're fucking wiping him out of fucking history. I'm sick of this world. I'm fucking sick of it. Yeah, I'm off social media. I almost think that I need to pull away from the fucking internet altogether, or it's going to be me with a fucking gun doing a mass shooting. That is a fucking joke, people. All right? It's just a joke. Maybe it's in bad taste. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. I don't know. I say a lot of fucking, shit that I shouldn't say, especially on here, pretty much on a weekly basis. I don't know, man. I'm so fucking sick and tired of this got ya society. It's gotten so fucking old. Can we just quit it? Can we just fucking shut her down, maybe? I don't know. It's apology time. I'd like to apologize to my listeners, first of all, for having to sit through that fucking angry rant. Man, I'm just out of sorts, and I am sorry. I'll be back next week. I'll be super inspired. I'll have a great guest for you. I'm not sure who that's going to be yet. I'm sure I'll have a lot to talk about as far as, getting back into the writing of comedy and shit like that. I'd like to apologize to Matt Keenan for fucking up that great chat we had there Monday night. He's coming back down here in December. I'll get him on back then. I wish him and Sam the best of luck. Who else do I owe an apology to? I'm sorry to that fucking fat chick that I tore apart, and the fucking money shot joke and all that fucking shit. And I am sorry to the founder of this fucking country, John A. MacDonald, for the fucking bullshit that's happening in this country right now. Huge apology. Episode 104. That's the end of her. I'll talk to you all next week.
A teenage